Hi all, welcome back to Learning Partner. So if you are following me, so when Angular 22 got released, so we have started a tutorial. So almost everything was completed because this that was a basic series. So like we started with the installation, component, data binding, routing was also done, directives, control flow statement, at the rate if, at the rate for, template and the reactive form, how do we create it, how do we validate it, signal. So what is the signal? How do we create basic signal? How do we update the value, set and the update method? Then we have seen signal form also. Then API integration we have started. In API integration, first I have explained how do we do the API call integration into the component. Then I have explained why we should not write API call into our component. So we have service for that. Again, what else we can do in service, like creating function which are generic, that has kind of a pure function, we move it to the service. Then we have seen pipes, what are pipes, how do we create custom pipe. So all these topics were completed. Then if you know me, like I'm also working just like you. So in my company, we didn't have Angular projects upcoming, so I had to prepare myself for the React. So that's why instead of preparing myself, I have created a playlist for React.js also, right? If you are following, you might know. So there I have completed all the basic topics. So because I wanted to prepare for React, so that's why I stopped the Angular tutorial. So now again I'm coming, starting the same one. So when we last completed, so lifecycle event was we didn't complete. So with the life cycle event, we will complete the basic series. Then I will start one more series where I will cover all the advanced topic, like view child, interceptor, login, your guard. So many things are there again. So that will be your advanced series. These are the basic topics we have. Then advanced series. So after life cycle, I will try to complete a project. So in that project, we will be using all the basic topic only. I won't be using any advanced topic, right? So then we will start the advanced series. Now life cycle hooks. So what are the life cycle hooks we have? So life cycle hooks is nothing but these are the events which happen behind the scene. Whenever any component loads, so many things happen behind the scene. That is nothing but life cycle event, component life cycle event. Okay. Before moving ahead, if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe. My name is Chetan Zogi. So I'm the owner of this channel, right? Learning Partner. So just do subscribe, and video description, you will finding a link of my WhatsApp group. You can join that to connect with me. Fine. Let's start now. So this is the same project I have been following for Angular 22 tutorial. Now what I will do, I will create a new component just to so that we can practice the same thing. Ng generate component life cycle. Okay, just a component I'm creating. Once you create the component, again routing is implemented. So I will create the routing route over here. Life cycle. The name of my route will be life cycle. Then life cycle component. In app component, we have navbar. So there I will copy paste the link, and this route name will go over here in the title. Save, save. Now, if you check, the component is rendering. Now, let's open this particular component. Now, how do we implement the lifecycle event? So lifecycle event is like, consider you have a HTML page. When that HTML page loads onto the browser, there might be some event happening behind the scene before loading the page. Once page is successfully loaded, if you are using some external images, once that load, so many events might be there. Just like that, in Angular also we have lifecycle event. There in HTML page, we will talk about HTML page. Here it is component. So whenever component renders, so many events happening behind the scene. So how do we use that? So first is, again, we have a sequence also. We will see that. So implement on init. So on the class, we have to implement. So see, once I implement on init, it is giving you error that lifecycle event correctly implement the interface on init. So ng on init is missing. So whenever you implement a lifecycle event, respective event also you have to implement. Now you can see error has gone. So I will add console.log for now. And the same lifecycle event, I will put it over here. Executed. And I will have the constructor also. Now, when people ask the interview question, right? So they will ask this question, what is the difference between constructor and ng on it? Which will execute first? So first constructor will execute, then ng on it. Let's see this. Here also I'm putting it. constructor executed. Let's see now. I will navigate to client. Now, if I navigate to the life cycle, see which executed first constructor, then ng on init. So if you want to write something in constructor, you don't have to call it. Just like that, ng on init is also by default. You don't have to invoke it. It's kind of a function, but it's a part of life cycle event. So once your component is initialized, then your life cycle will, this event will execute. Just like that, so many life cycle events are there. Let's say after that, content init, content init, after content checked. Okay. So ng after content init, just like that, ng after content check. Then we have view related event. After view init, after view checked. These are two events. Let's write it ng after view init, ng after view checked. Then do check is there. Do check. This is specifically for chain detection. ng up, ng do check. Then lastly, your ng on destroy. One more is there. I will explain. Oh, on destroy. ng after, sorry, on destroy. Let's write the console, everyone. Then I can show you the sequence also. Let's copy paste this. Now, there is a sequence also and so many lifecycle events. So how you will understand that which one is what, when to use which. Okay, let me explain briefly. So before it, let's just see. I'm navigating to lifecycle component. So see, constructor, then ng on init, then do check is executed, then content init, content check, view init, view check. So this is nothing but the sequence of lifecycle event. We have one more, that is ng after ng on changes. But ng on changes, I will explain when we see the input and the output. Okay, when we start advanced series, there I will explain how do we send the data between component parent-child communication. So there I will explain, because in normal component, ng on changes, we won't be able to see. So we need reusable component for that. There I can explain it properly. So these are the lifecycle event we have. And we have a sequence also, ng on init. Whenever your component executed, your component is rendered. At that time, your ng after ng on init will trigger. ng do check. This is for, what do we call it? Your chain detection. Whenever there is a chain detection happen, your ng do check will check. Do check will execute chain detection. Okay. Then content init. Let's say in your component, you are using some external, some different component. You are rendering some different component into them. So there are some event. Yeah, external content got initialized or not. So for that, it started initializing, and once content has been successfully initialized, then this will execute. Content related. We hardly use it. Okay, but mostly we use it ng after view init. View. Okay, so your component has a view. Whenever your whole HTML has been successfully initialized, then your this lifecycle event will execute. So this we use mostly. Hardly sometimes we use view check. Okay, but out of this ng on init, we use it to trigger API call. API call trigger. Once your component has been successfully initialized, after that you need to trigger the API call. API call function you need to trigger. So that you do it over here. Your subscription, we will see that what subscription is. Whatever you subscribe, form changes, form value changes, your subject, behavior subject. So how do we subscribe that? That we will see it over here. Then view init. Whenever you have to read the view child on the page load, let's say you want to read the view child. View child, I will explain. View child, that we do it over here. Okay. Then ng on do check, I have already explained, change detection. ng on destroy. Now see when this gets executed. Whenever I navigate from this component to another component, means your component is getting destroyed, then your do destroy will means ng on destroy will execute. See, if I click on client, see, so when your component is getting destroyed, at that time ng on destroy will execute. Clear? So we use this to clean up activity. Unsubscribe. We will see that key, how do we unsubscribe and all. Okay. So we use ng on destroy, ng after we win it, and your ng on it. And ng on changes also we use, but that is in the reusable component that we will see in upcoming videos. Okay. So these are the lifecycle event we have. Now, following this, like so many lifecycle, whenever someone asks you, yeah, what is lifecycle event? First explain, lifecycle event is nothing but the events happening for different events, right? Whenever your component load, there are so many things happening behind the scene. Your view is getting loaded, your external component is getting loaded, right? So for that, we have this lifecycle event. So this is how we implement it. Constructor is not part of the lifecycle event. It is part of your TypeScript lifecycle. Okay, whenever your class object get created, constructor will execute. So first constructor will execute, then your lifecycle event will come into the picture. So ng on init, ng after we init, and ng on destroy. These are the three lifecycle event and ng on changes. Four lifecycle event is what we use normally. But all these lifecycle event you should know, because in interview they will ask you to name all the lifecycle event. Fine. So this is everything about lifecycle event. Now, so I'm stopping this series. 1 week, I will take a gap. Then I will start the advanced series. Before that, I will complete a small application. Let's say employee management or leave management. It's kind of a small application, which everyone will be able to understand. Whatever the topics we have seen till now, by using that only, I will try to complete a project. You also do the parallelly. Okay. Once that project is done, then I will start the advanced part. Fine. Again, if you are new, please do like and subscribe. In video description, we'll be finding a link of my WhatsApp group. You can join that. Thanks a lot for watching.